Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So the question tonight, are Luke and Laura overrated? Now, during the live stream, one of our resident troublemakers um, posed a really interesting question. And it really made me sit there and think about it. Now, for me personally, I felt like Luke and Laura put the show on the map. Okay? They didn't just put the show on the map. If you go and you ask anybody who Luke and Laura are, they may not have watched soap operas or anything like that. It's not really their thing, but they know who Luke and Laura is. You know, Luke and Laura was literally what put that show back on the map. That made it, you know, interesting for guys to be like, I want to watch it. I want to watch this show. But I don't know. I want to know, what is your response? Do you think that they're overrated, or do you think that you know, do you think that they earned that title? Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? Grams TV is in the chat. Was good, Grams? How you doing tonight? Denise is in the chat. Was good, Denise? Monique is in the chat. Was good, Monique? It says it's the way they rewrote the history made me upset. I did actually write the history. I'm very curious about that. Queen of the South is in the chat. Was good, Queen? I'm doing well. How you doing tonight? Joyce is in the chat. Was good, Joyce? Why is this taking so? Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Lashanta? Thank you for joining. CW, greetings and salutations, my friend. What's good? I'm doing great, Grams. I am doing great. It's always great to see you. Denise says, "How are you?" I'm good. I'm doing good. I got my Moscato tonight. We are almost at the end of that. Yes. As you know, we sit there and talk about all the four soap operas, um, including Days and B&B and Y&R. And what's good, Lashanta? Thank you for joining. I'm glad you're doing well, Joyce. It's really great to see you back in the chat. You know, I'm going to be honest. I felt that today's episode, Y&R, was actually better. I really did. I really felt like Y&R was actually better tonight. I mean, was better today. Lashanta said Tracy live. And exactly. I said the same thing. I was like, oh, crap. I knew I had to get something. I'll be right back. I actually wore pants today. Here's the thing. I forgot this on Saturday. I was like, no, we're not doing that today. This is what we're not going to be doing. We're not going to be forgetting that today. Yeah, Fournette. Well, he gets to play Justin on days, so I'm glad you're doing well, Queen. It's always really good to see you in the chat. Sorry for stepping away. I had to sit there and get my Mott's applesauce. I got to sit there and pull a James. I got to pull a James, aka JLJ Media. CW says I'm doing great, ready to be with the live stream family. Yes, well, it's good to have you. It is good to have you. We're definitely going to have some fun tonight. We're going to be cooking. I got my applesauce. This should become like a staple of live streams. Monique said we all know they got together on a show and it was completely ignored. We all know how. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blackmon's in the chat. Was good, Blackmon? I'm doing good. I hope you are as well. I got my Moss applesauce. As I was sitting there saying, I have to sit there and pull a James tonight. Lashonda says she did say something about Lexus. Yeah, she did. She lied, and then which was okay. This lie, and I'm so glad you actually said that, Lashanta. Because he literally lied for no reason. Ned was already injured. What was the point of Smith saying he did it? Throw him in jail for what? He's not going. Drew is not going to be able to tell Ned your secret. So like, why does it matter at this point? Darby, my friend, how you doing tonight, Darby? I gotta get a jar of this tomorrow. Oh my god. Oh, this is so good. Damn, I don't. There's something about applesauce. When I haven't had it in a while, it just tastes good. Um, yeah, she lied literally for no reason. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I generally did. Here's the thing. I don't think that GH was that bad, but I did feel like there was a lot of padding, and I felt like what was good, Darby. Thank you for joining. I felt like YNR actually won as far as the soaps went. This was okay. B&B was on repeat, so it's like let's talk to Ava. Ava's in. Ava in the hot seat. I'm assuming you mean hot seat. Denise says, "Oh yeah, Nina about to get exposed. Chase saw her on that tape. Really? I don't remember him. I don't remember him seeing her on the tape. But it was so stupid though, because it's like she lied for no reason. And I'm like, oh, they do have cameras. They do literally have cameras. Denise says, can Chance arrest Summer for being a pain? Yo, Denise, when she was sitting there talking to Daniel, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just sitting there trying to think like my mom," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" She kept sitting there trying to use this plan of getting that EMT guy to, pay him off, and Daniel was like, "This is a bad idea because he's just gonna sit there and hit you up for more money. Don't do this." And she's like, "I'm gonna do it anyway." And then Phyllis told her not to do it. And then she still wants. I'm like, yo, listen, this chick is literally just as stupid as Phyllis. Like, I swear. Monique says, why didn't Carly have to stay in conversation? Oh God, Monique, yes, yes, yes. See, Monique, this is why I'm glad you're in the chat. This is why I'm glad you're in the chat. I said that in my review. I was like, yeah, listen. Um, but you know what's really funny, Monique? Even Michael's like, it's the safest move for our family. It's the safest move for our family. Lashanta said Austin to Ava, he helped her with Nicholas. Yeah, because she wasn't listening. She was not listening at this point. I'm like, boo, there's no choice. Who's your boss? He's not gonna tell you. Just do what he tells you. Like, what is this? Is like what I'm Smith is saying. Like, there was a lot of padding. Makai says Summer is spinning out of control at this point. She's literally turning and she's literally being just as stupid as Phyllis. Blackmon says Sharon case going for that Emmy tomorrow episode explosion. Yeah, Blackmon, I'm loving Y&R right now. I am loving Y&R right now. I've been saying that. I've been saying that for a hot minute. I was like, listen, you got two options. You either have somebody help you out, or you do make some sense. Why? It's like dragging. Mm, like pulling teeth. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady. Yes, it definitely should. Definitely should. It definitely it. I'm looking for Queen. I haven't been looking forward to Y&R this much in a very long time. CW says Chase phone went off and he looked down at the message and then he looked back up at Nina. So either he saw Nina with an argument or he saw in the background when he. That should be interesting tomorrow. Okay. Big Nate was good. Nate. I think two of them was good. Ace was okay. It wasn't terrible. I guess it was fine. It wasn't as good as Why Not. I say that much. It wasn't as good as. Okay, it might have been. hmm, Might have been. I guess Jace was a little bit better. Yes. CW. I'm so glad that they're actually making him a legit threat. Valerie's in the chat. Was good, Valerie? When he says Victor already has Archer number, he knows. Oh yeah, when they did that little toast or whatever, he just sat there and looked. I was just like, Nate the Snake. Very good episode today. Le, Le Shanta says Vicky Trader, Victor saw Nate and Audrey. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't. It could have been better. It was actually pretty disappointing for days. It wasn't the worst episode, but it was definitely Phil. I think that's what it was. I'm like, come on now. I know Bonnie is not exactly the brightest bulb, but I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Um, I guess says, are they checking the cameras at the Metro Course pool for Ned's accident? I think they already did. But you know what? I guess we won't find out until tomorrow. This is so good. This is so damn good. I totally forgot to get the damn jar today. Oh, by the way, on a side note, before we get back to the soaps, so I had a mosquito in my room last night because I opened the window. That thing buzzed around in my ear like 3 o'clock at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I got up and I want to go into my living room because I was not going to be dealing with that paranoia of trying to kill it before I go to bed. So I just went in the living room and I slept on my couch. I haven't had such a good sleep on sleeping on that damn couch in so long. I was like, I don't know what it was about that couch. I think it was between a couch and some music called Lofa. I slept like a damn baby. Jesus Christ. Lashanta says Bonnie or Anna can't hold water. I wonder which one is more of a dingbat. Lashanta. At least Bonnie actually has a body. She got some curves. I'm alright. CW says that I'm glad. No, CW says I'm glad such a B&B recap. Why is Wyatt gaslighting his brother? Yeah, I didn't understand that. He was like, "Oh, it's such a romantic place." I was like, "Bro, you're not helping." Joy says, "Why didn't Faith take the Newman jet?" I guess maybe she thought she was safer with her actual. I have no idea why. Valerie says, yeah, I'm sitting there trying to think about that for a minute. J Sam, it's been a hot minute. What's good, J Sam? J Sam says Chase saw Nina on that camera. That's why he kept looking at her with her fake concern for Ned, Olivia, and BLQ. Ariana's in the chat. What's good, Ariana? I'm so glad that you made it as well. It is always a pleasure to sit there and see you. Like, seriously. Um, see, Black Man. This is why I rock with you, Black Man. What was daydream about Thomas and yo, let me tell you something. This chick looked like she was riding that like I sat there, I watched it, I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know it wasn't like super Skinemax level, but she was damn. Oh yeah, Makai. Yeah. I gotta sit there and do Moscato. Um Onyx says the most comfortable place I ever slept in was my bathtub once the hot water bubble bath and Epsom salt hit my skin. Oh wow. Yeah, exactly, Riley. I was like, yo, that's good. Damn. Now CW says for real. For real what? Oh, you mean talking about the Hope riding Thomas joystick like a damn bull? Yeah, listen, I may actually have to go back and rewatch that scene again because I was like, damn, girl, where the hell? Yo, listen, where the hell were they actually at? Last day was good. Last day, where were they at? Were they in some sort of like tomb or something like that? Like where were they at? Last day. Ariana says, "I know you have your wine, but you do not." Yeah, I forgot the hot sauce. I'm gonna get that tomorrow, Ariana. I'm gonna get that tomorrow. I would have forgot the applesauce except for I had some from Sunday and I forgot to get it on Sunday. But yeah, I'm gonna get that hot sauce though. I want to try to find another hot sauce. That hot sauce is good. I want to try to find another one though. I feel like I want to live a little dangerously tomorrow. I may actually want to get back those hot noodles again. The Shanta says Wyatt telling Liam after this Hope can fire Tom. He's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, Wyatt, listen, you funny as hell sometimes, but you don't run anything, bro. CW says sounds like Hope letting her in it. Yo, listen, she was going in. Gemini says, "What's good, Gemini? It's good to see you in the chat. How you doing, my friend? I'm gonna look for that tomorrow. I'm gonna look for that tomorrow, Ariana. That sounds super good." Toby says, "How does a Logan get to fire Forrester?" Hmm. Yeah, that's a damn good question. One Nick says, I'm suppose Hope doesn't have her own special Thomas toy if she can't be with the real thing. Body battery better. Thomas will have to. Yo, listen, like I said, she was riding that thing like a damn bull. But no, yeah, Ariana, that actually sounds really good though. I love strawberry. Ooh, I love strawberry. PMC, she said, get the Texas Pita Black Label. Texas Pete Black Label. Ooh, okay. Thank you. I already took a screenshot of that. Lashanta says, why Rich don't seriously? Why Rich don't harass Brooke about Hope? Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Nate says to answer the question, Luke and Laura are not overrated. They're the reason GH was saved from being canceled twice, once back in the 80s. Yes, that's exactly. I don't think they're overrated either. But we were talking yesterday, and somebody was like, they felt like they were overrated. Duan's in the chat was good. Duan. Well, actually, tell you the truth, we were talking in the members live stream. Oh, Nate. Um, you should join. You should join our YouTube members channel. And everyone else, if you want to sit there and join our YouTube members channel, listen, we're at 47 right now. We're at 47 members. So we just need, well, I want to go with 51. So we need 4 more to go over that goal. And I think we can do it this week. We can do it this week. Aaron says, What started hope down the road to fantasy? That's a damn good question. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's like she her fantasy is kicking in overdrive. By the way, seriously, where the hell were they actually at? Lastly says Albert couldn't make a review today. I got my PS5 Friday and then realized I had no idea how to use it. So spent the weekend learning how to use it. Hopefully by next Monday I can make my first. Okay. I look forward to seeing it. Monique says was going to get Diablo or pre-order it, but changed my mind after I realized I don't have a PS5. Oh, you got the PS4 though? Honestly, tell you the truth, Monique, one day I'm gonna get a PS5 though. I still rock with my PS4. It still works. Nate says, I think with Luke being violated by law being violated by Luke in the 80s nearly had them trauma, but their history shouldn't have. Yeah, exactly, Nate. And Monique said the same thing. Monique said the same thing. Now somebody said hi, Ann. Oh no, it's yeah, Ann. Um, yeah, Monique said the same thing. Now Darby says Luke and Laura are like the something of the soap world. They brought back so to the mainstream audience like humor, brought wrestling to the okay. Yeah, they definitely did save it. George says Hope is bipolar. I don't know. Gemini says Hope wants Thomas to blow her back. Oh, yo, listen, that girl's fantasy world is an overdrive mode. I know we all sit there and think about X a certain amount of times, but this chick was like, um, Lashanta says why the reporters wanted to talk to Brooke. It's about, yeah, not Brooke, bedroom. She wanted to go so she can get on. Yeah. But, also, here's the thing, though. To be fair, Lashanta, she does actually work for the company. Okay. Taylor wants to go, and that's fine, but she don't work for the company. So it makes more sense for just okay, hold on. Lashanta, she has a bedroom collection. Brooke has a bedroom collection. Let's all think about that for a minute. Monique says I got PS1, 2, 3, and 4. And Xbox. Okay. Damn. That's what's up, Monique. I definitely see you being more of a PlayStation, more of a Sony person than an Xbox person. CW says look like I got to watch this episode because the recap didn't go into all the details you guys talk. Yeah, yeah, it's 18 minutes. Whenever you get a chance, you can watch it. Duan says only started seeing the PS5 out in stocks like 3 months ago. Yeah, it's still a hot commodity to get. Um, and I want to get one at some point. I just, for me personally, it's about finding the time to play a video game. That's the thing. I haven't played video games in about 2 weeks. And trust me, if you know me, that's like an eternity. I think it might actually been no, screw it. It was 3 weeks ago. Spider Quake says, I don't know why Nina feels bad. It's not her fault this happens now. No, it's not. It's not. And I do sit there and say that she did try to call. Duran says, what does Brooke do nowadays? I don't know. Apparently she has a bedroom collection. Like what? Spike Quick says, I have three PS2s, Xbox computers, two PS5. Damn, okay. And a Switch. Okay. Damn, bro. That's what's up. I still rock with my PS4. Um, I just have to find time to actually play video games. That's all. LaShanta said Brooke gonna put her bedroom to use. That line from back in the day. I want to see what this bedroom collection look like. Darby says, "Ain't it funny that 1 year ago Thomas had a mannequin for a girlfriend because of Hope, and now Hope wondering if she can go have one that looks like Thomas." Nasty. Yeah, her. She was in overdrive. Monique says Hope has fantasized about Thomas when she was with Liam. I don't know, but something tells me if Hope is dreaming about riding Thomas' joystick, Liam must not be doing it right. Speak the truth. Monique is coming in here with the facts tonight. Lashanta says lingerie line. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, it makes sense. Listen, back in the day, um, Catherine, old school Brooke, was and the woman still got curves. So Latte says the PS5 is still very expensive. It cost me 600. However, I did save my money for. Yeah, I'm not. See, the thing is, it's about the principle of it. To be honest, too, that's something else. It's like I'd rather spend $600 on well anything else other than a PlayStation. As much as I love games, I will rock out my PS4. CW said Brooke bedroom line was that Brooke came up with that hopes of winning Brooke back from. Oh damn, diabolical! Back from tail. That's diabolical. Gemini says Brooke bedroom collection was a line that Reg created for Brooke. Now CW says Brooke came up with the idea. Reg was just a designer. So is it like is it I'm just wondering, CW, is it like the whole Thomas and Hope scenario where it's like, you know, Brooke has the ideas and Rich just writes them down? I mean, draws them kind of like Thomas and Hope? That's interesting. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Damn, that was good. That was some good stuff. Lashanta says, I remember Brooke put a bed in her office to seduce Ridge when he was. Whoa! Yo, are you. Lashanta, are you serious? She put a bed in her office. She put a bed in her office. Yo, let's just all think about that for a minute, okay? If that's not the definition of thirsty, Monique says Luke and Laura were like EJ and Sam on days. Both were blank by their men's married, then had children with them. Hmm. Damn. CW says yes, all right. There was an actual bed in the office. Stephanie was seeing so much red in the day. I can imagine. I can imagine. Yo, that's insane. That is literally insane. Lashanta says Stephanie Forrester was so mad at that bedroom line. This chick literally put a bed in her office just to get a guy. Monique says, I broke all my headsets so I can't talk shit to people. Now, Monique, let me ask you a question. When you broke those headsets, was it like a gamer rage? Was it as a game raging? I'm very curious about that, Monique. I'm very curious about that. Yeah, Lashanta, I was like, yo, that is the real level of thirstiness right there. Damn, that might be the height. That might actually be the height of thirstiness. You got to put a bed in your office just to get a man. Ooh, you done sunk to a whole new low. And the sad thing is that I say that she sunk to a whole new low, but clearly throughout her years, that was just the tip of the iceberg. Gemini says Stephen used to say that Logan women bed acid is laying on their bed acid is laying on their backs. Damn. Stephanie was no joke. I'm always sitting hearing these stories about Stephanie or whatever, and Stephanie was no joke. Like Stephanie was that chick that everyone got to experience except for me. Ron, what's good, Ron? Ron says, ask this question in the chat. Why does Brad Bell doesn't like Taylor's character? We know that answer, Ron. Um, why doesn't why does Bell not like Taylor's character? Because he wants to knock boots with Catherine or Catherine Kelly Lang. That's why. Lashanta says, I bet she hid behind the trees, looking through windows while they made. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a little kind of weird. Lashanta, are you okay? So are you sitting there telling me that Stephanie was sitting there lurking behind trees while she was watching her son bang this woman? Is that what you're saying, Lashanta? I'm very curious about that. Is that what you're actually saying? Gemini says, I mistyped my meant that Logan's best asset is lying on it. Damn. Yuan says now people may call Hope sick. Nobody says that about Brooke. Nobody said that about Brooke. You said Brooke. Roshan says I was she hid behind trees looking through windows while they made. Gemini says the only Logan that's definitely like was Katie. Why she didn't like Donna? CW says typical Logan behavior. Damn. Monique says you gotta know somebody that knows somebody that has a gaming system that accidentally fell off the truck in the hood. We call that the hookup. Yes. No, you know, Monique, I don't know if you answered that though. Like you say you broke some headsets. So was that out of game raging or like I'm very curious about that. Gemini says Stephanie dragged Donna for sleeping with her. Oh, okay. Joey says the Logan's trashing is real tonight. Apparently so. Apparently, so you know, Joyce. Listen, I never know where the conversation is going to go to some extent. Usually, we talk a lot about GH, so tonight is definitely something else. Ron says, "Aubrey, you're agreeing with me that about Brad Bill don't want Taylor on the show." I don't know about that. I wouldn't sit there and say that. Maybe they want to. Maybe Brad wants to sit there and make her character interesting, give her some edge. Maybe I don't know. Duan says I wonder what Stephanie Forrester meant. Oh, if Stephanie Forrester meant Tracy Quarterman. Oh, Gemini says Donna cheated with Eric. Oh, okay. That's still I mean I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about their relationship. Donna and Eric. I mean Donna looked good and everything like that, but I'm like bro, I'm like sis, you're practically dating somebody that could be your grandfather. Like not just your dad, but your granddad. CW says when it comes to Brooke, Stephanie was not play. Yeah. I heard that she put hands on her a couple of times too. Tracy Steves is in the chat. What's good, Tracy Steve? W says Stephanie F was most overprotective of her son, Rich, over most of her children. Why is that? Was she just with picking favorites or something? Darby says, "How is your Street Fighter 6 skills?" Anita is in the chat. What's good, Anita? Darby, you asking me or Monique? Clark Industries is here. Hey, everyone, just finished watching Young the Restless and GH. What you thought of them, Curries? Lashanta says, Stephanie always said the Forest of Men threw it with the wrong has. Damn, she actually said that? Wow, I forgot. It was wild back then. CW says because Donna was having an affair with Eric while she was married to. No, it makes sense. Monique says I broke it because the team I had wasn't listening. So, yep, I kind of figured that. I didn't want to say it, but I kind of figured that. Curry says Ava better not do it. I'm like, yo, listen, you can sit. I was like, yo, you can sit there and tell Sonny and just be done. Anita says Luke and Laura not overrated. They just had their time. Double C. What's good, Double C? Yes, thank you. Double C, yes. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass like um or just beat the like button's ass. You got 30s. Okay, I have not. Okay, we have 36 people in the chat. We have 14 likes. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. Thank you, Double C, and how you doing tonight? Juan says Stephanie did slap Brooke a couple of times. Yeah, I heard about that. See, that was back in the day. They were just so like this is crazy. Because back in the day, Carly and Ava would have fought. Carly and Ava would have definitely fought back in the day. They would have fought a couple of times. The fact that they're not fighting now is insane. Because Carly was a scrapper. Okay, Carly fought Sam. But you tell me that Nina and Carly have not gotten to one physical confrontation? Come on, what are we doing? Yes, Double C. I dropped the elbow on that like button. Thank you, Double C. Thank you. CW says I remember one time Stephanie was strangling Brooke and Brooke had to break a vase. Oh damn. Well, I gotta try to find that scene. CW. Jay Sam says I have a feeling that Miss Wu is the boss she's working for. Maybe. I think I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if that's the case, then it would just be kind of lame. Like just on some realness. See, Jay Sam, I'm hoping that it's like Faith Roscoe or something. Hmm. Ron says just hurry up and put Eric and Nicole back together because we the viewers know that Sloan will be left alone because of her jealousy of Nicole. Yeah, I'm not liking Sloan's character. Like I don't. They making her very weak at this point now. And Pop is in the chat. What's good, and Pop? Hmm. And Anita says it's crazy they don't bitch slap and fight on soaps anymore. Exactly. They don't. But it's WC's I miss when soaps had good fights after OYT complained they stopped doing it. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. Kirby says, well, she has a reason for not trusting Sunny right away, but at this point she might as well. She's getting it from both sides as might as well not let Sunny threat take care of her. Yeah. I get it too, but yeah, no, you said it you said it perfectly. And Pop is in the chat. What's good, and Pop? Now, I don't. Okay, I don't understand this part. It says I Double C says I miss when soaps had good fights. After OYT complained they stopped doing. Who's OYT? Double C. I want to know who's OYT. Annette is in the chat. What's good, Annette? How you doing tonight? Who's OYT? I want to know who. Darby says Nina is not a street fighter. Carly will beat the bleach out of Nina's hair. I'm very curious about what YouTube. Well, I mean, no, but what I'm simply saying, Darby, is that I mean, that wouldn't really affect the show. I feel like it's more maybe it's a Disney thing. They don't really put fights on it anymore. I don't feel like that's the case because they do have Marvel and they have all sorts of fights. So I have no idea. Kyrie says Sunny threats are hot air. He's not going to take Avery from Ava at this point, especially if Ava tells him the truth. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing that was so frustrating, Kyrie. So I was like, Ava, you need to pick a lane. Either tell Sunny or do what Mason Smith they're telling you to do because there's really not too much options. I'm glad. No, I always sit there and that. And it's always good to see you in the chat. Lashanta says, "Abby, Sloan's gonna get prep." I so don't like that. I really don't. I don't understand why they're making her so needy now. And you're needy for a bum. I mean, personally, I don't like the fact that she's needy at all. But you're needy towards a guy who is not even really employed. Like, how does that even work? I just, ugh. Darby says that happened long before Disney. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I don't understand. Like, it sucks. Really sucks. CW says, Aber, that was when Stephanie found out that Brooke was sleeping with Thornton and had enough. Yeah, I gotta find that scene. Dave was in the chat. What's good, Dave? And yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Darby. It just sucks. I don't know. Maybe it's more of a PC culture thing. Kerry says Ava and Esme fought. No, Kerry says Ava and Esme fought. Ava slapped Esme harder and bruised her lip. Then they fought over the living room until Esme fell out the. Hmm. Very good point, Kerry's. So damn. And then, well, I heard back in the day, they were on another. Both of them was on another show. I don't know if they actually fought back in the day. That's a damn good question. Like, why they actually have not fought it out yet? Good point, Paris. Dude, it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't terrible. It was just, it was alright. There was a lot of filler, unfortunately, and for a quote unquote Fridays episode, I'm like, y'all could have did better. Now, actually, to tell you the truth, this episode was so average and filler that I enjoyed Y&R more. I definitely enjoyed Y&R a lot more. Just did. Just really did. Sucks, but that's the truth. That is the truth. Hmm. Ron says, Albert, so how long will Phyllis be on the run? And Chance really should have thrown Summer in the cell and put the ankle on. Yeah, Ron, I do like that last part. Yeah, definitely. She had no problem when it was on Diane. She knew her mother was alive, and she had no problem with it being on Diane. So it's amazing that they only sent one cop there. They sent one cop to go arrest Nick. One. I guess they don't have a budget for another cop, right? Okay, we got 17 likes. So we're up. 39 people in the chat. Um, Yvonne says, I love when Quinn slapped the hell out of Brooke, had Brooke sounding like she was drunk. Carrie says, I like Faith Newman. Why do you like Faith Newman? I'm very curious in your take. Oh, Kyrie, is that, see, when I was watching the episode today, I didn't think about you. Because there was a couple of times Victoria was there trying to practically kick Nick out the company, talking about what he was doing. It didn't look good for the company. And my whole thing, I was like, Victor was like, yo, you do realize that he helped you out the whole Ashton Love thing, right? Like, he helped you out during that time. You didn't have a problem with him looking bad then. I was so glad that Victor said that. And it made me think about you when I was watching it because I was like, I know how you love when Wichitoria gets put in her place. Ron says, I agree with you. Young and Restless is really good since the writer's strike. Gemini says, why is Diane so pushy to get promoted? I guess some sort of power play with Ashley and Tucker. They're going to get married. Carrie says, there was difference. Let's not forget how much Sonny still hated Ava. Oh, okay. And that says, why doesn't Victor fly Sharon Faye far away? Hmm, we could have. Carrie says she represents you. She's not extra self-righteous like her daddy yet. Alyssa's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Alyssa. How are you doing? Hope you had a great day. It's good to see you. Um, Toby says I found all episodes of Dynasty when Chris Nally and Alexis will fight in pools, stables, roofs, and anywhere else they can. I was hoping they could have a fight on the moon. Why not? Uh, Big Samuel's in the chat. What's good, Samuel? What is good, my friend? Jesse Jess is in the chat. Jesse Jess. I was just talking about you earlier. I was just talking about you earlier. Funny. Andrea's in the chat. What's good, Andrea? Yes, I was just talking about you in the first few minutes of the show since they're talking about you. Alyssa Elgray, I need to watch it tonight. Carrie says exactly what Victoria is just dick thirsty. She's losing her mind every time she gets a man ready to kick Nick to the curb when her ass should have been fired a long time ago. I was like, I was wondering, um, how you been? Of course, Jess. Oh yeah. Of course, Jess. Of course. It's only good things, Jess. Oh, actually, tell you the truth, you inspired me to do the title tonight. You inspired me to do the title tonight. It's the amazing Janet is in the chat. What's good, Janet? Sammy says, I've been working. I have been to 6 days. Wow, that's what's up. Well, it's good to see you back in the chat, Samuel. It's always really great to sit there and see you. As soon as I saw Samuel's name on there, I was like, ah, that's what's up. And of course, you got the Queen, Janet, in the chat. Harry says, I don't like Nick, but I definitely want him to be the one to replace Victoria. Would serve her right. She's so threatened by Adam. Would serve her right if Nick was her true successor. Oh, whoa, 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 Darby, you goddamn, you're amazing. You are amazing, Wire. Darby, thank you so much. You know what to do. Yes. Click that right button. Well, click that dollar sign so this way you can join. Eagle Fang, I'm doing good. What's good, Eagle Fang? Yes. Darby is the MVP. Darby is definitely the MVP of the night. Um, so yes, click that dollar sign on the right hand side, and because last live members live stream was actually really fun. As anyone that actually has that's a member here, and they'll sit there and tell you it was really great. Thank you, Jen. Yes, smash that like button, beat that like button's ass. Thank you, thank you, but thank you, Darby. So yes, as soon as you click that, we'll be at 48. Thank you, Darby. You are amazing. I wish you would sit there and tell me on here. And that says first Sharon let Faith go to the airport without seeing her off. Victor's on plane, but Faith rides Southwest. Yeah, I mean, unless there was a police escort there. We got 17 likes, I think. But yes, hit that dollar sign on the right hand side so you can become a member. Okay, hopefully somebody hit that dollar sign. And that says my mom's and O'Brien too. Darby says everyone knows Nick is Victor's true successor, especially Victoria and Adam. Adam has already accepted this fact and is trying to make his own company. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Annette says, yes, Chance only cop is what? Um, but yeah, I just I was gonna sit there and say unless Harry says how was days. It was filler. It was filler. It was disappointing. Usually it's actually good carries, but today was actually was filler. You know it's really funny, carries. I actually enjoyed YNR more than I enjoyed GH, which is something I still can't get over. How I actually want to sit there and watch. I want to do a review on YNR. I just didn't have time. Just as apparently there was a GH convention this past weekend. Yeah, somebody else said that as well. Somebody else said that as well. Andrea says it was really good today. And no, it really was not. No, Days of Our Lives was really not good today. Harry says, stop being surprised that Young and the Restless is good. They are really stepping up this week. Yeah, no, no, no. They actually definitely was. It's funny, Kyrie, because you was there saying like, if this what it's like to actually push out some of these other writers, that I'm for it. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the story this week, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. Just as that lady wasn't a Jax fan and got up and left while Tabiana, Eden, and were there. Guess who couple she's a fan of. Hmm. Okay. All right, so what? It was some sort of drama at the convention. No, no. This week they're actually definitely stepping up. But here's the thing though, Kyrie. I'm not used to it actually being good. I'm not used to it being good. So Ariana says when you relate Nina to a donkey in the chase review, I'll, I can't help it. I can't help it. You know how I feel about Nina. Um, can't help it. Can't help it. She just makes it too easy. That's the problem, Ariana. She just makes it too easy. And that says Sharon Shield should have left town with her daughter. Now she has to go through Nick getting in bed with Sharon. Hmm? Now Jess says, I don't know how you left characters bother. I don't know how you let characters bother you that much. It's giving childish. Just says this grown woman got up and left because she didn't like Jack's like sis, the actors, right? Well, let me ask you a question, Jess. Did she actually say anything bad or rude to them, or she just got up and just left? That's the question. Because trust me, Jess, you know that we had conversations in here where um some people do kind of take certain things a little bit too far. Why is this? Debbie says it's funny that Victoria can do all these terrible things to her family and always be forgiven for an instance, and Adam has to go through a million hoops. I can see that. Well, I also feel like Victoria may be um, Victor's favorite. One says, what, oh my God, moment for Phyllis is to show her curtain or bed she used to wrap in the room will know what you did. Monique said, I mean, no, Alyssa says it's not that the characters who you that much. Why stay at a panel of characters and you despise their characters? Let's say, okay, that, but Tabiana was there. Isn't that a character she likes? Kyrie says if she got up and left and didn't act ignorant towards them, then I'm okay. Yeah, I was gonna sit there and say Kyrie's. See, usually I'm trying to be the voice of reason, but yeah, it really depends on what it was. If she just got up and just left and she wasn't being ignorant, then it's not that big of a deal. Um, but if she was acting stupid about it, then it's a little bit different. Just as it's her making a video about it, like I don't like Jax. Says it's a show. Hmm. It seemed like it was a bit of drama in this whole convention thing, where somebody got up and left because they didn't. And I said, yeah, Faze kidnap who will Sharon sleep with Chance or damn. Uh, Ariana says the drinks are flowing or out and flowing. Yes, yes, you damn right, Ariana. You damn right. Damn right about that. I'm just trying to figure out what happened in this is crazy. Um, Bobby says I think Victoria is Victor's special little girl, and when I say special, I mean crazy. Damn. Hmm. Now Melissa says why you have a problem about her making a video about how now liking Jax. It's not like she was being rude. She's aware that it's a show. Jess said I don't like Spencer, but I would sit at the conference and watch because I'm sure Nicholas is a cool person in real life. Carrie says that's okay. That's like I passed on paying for tickets to Eve McCoy and Laura Wright. I'm not a fan of Josh. That's been against Eden, but I love Maura West. That would be worth my money to see. Okay, but then she made a video about how she didn't like them or something like that. Was that it? She didn't like that. I don't know. I don't feel like yeah. Um, like I said, long as she wasn't being rude or anything like that, I don't see how it was that big of a deal. Um, she didn't like the characters, but she wasn't rude. She just got up and left, which is totally fine. I mean, if she was being rude, saying something stupid or whatever, then it's a little bit different. But see, this is why I sit there and I look at Soap Twitter and I wonder just how toxic it really is. Yeah, no, but that's exactly yeah, that's what I was looking at this. It's like if she just got up and left, it's like all right, whatever. Um, just says character shouldn't bother you that much is all I'm saying. And that's very true. That that is 100% very, very true. But Jess, you know what? I feel like I'm about to get in trouble tonight, but you know what? I have some wine, so I'm okay. That's 100% true. You shouldn't let characters bother you like that. But I will sit there and say I don't all in all, I don't sit there and think it's not really that bad. Um my whole thing is yeah, Andrea, you were in the chat before. What are you talking about? Um Just says I don't like Nina, but Cindy Watts is probably cool as hell to meet. Yeah, I would love to meet Cindy Watros. I would love to sit there and meet Cindy Watros. Um, Now if I did, I'll probably sit there and be like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of your character, but Alyssa says, I understand, Jess, but to show up at an actors panel and you talk crap about their character seems fake on your part. Hmm. Well, like I can show okay, so I can sit there and show up at Nicholas Chavez event, right? And just talk to the actor and be like, yo, you're killing it on the show. Um, I don't like your character, but you're not boring, you know? Harry says, but I wouldn't find it worth it to stay and pay for a meet and greet for Eden McCoy. I have nothing against her, but I'll pay for Maura West because I'm a mega fan of Ava Jerome. Yes. You know what? Here's the thing. Yeah, Darby says I have a PS4 right now. I'm playing the part of Paperweight, and every now and then I would fire it up to play a new game that interests me. Yeah, Darby for me, it's like I just have to have time for it. That's all. Barry says now, if I'm at even for free, then of course I'll be super nice and respectful. Yeah. Just for that little thing or whatever. If this person just got up and left, it's not the end of the world. As long as they weren't being disrespectful, it's fine. My whole thing, okay. My whole thing is when people get upset when you talk about a character. If you want to sit there and debate characters or whatever, cool. But it's when people get upset about you talking about a character. You know, it's fun to debate because I may learn something, but that's that's where it's then it becomes not fun, and I think that's what it really comes down to. You know, you know me, I've talked reckless about a lot of different characters, right? But at the end of the day, it's just a show to me. I will never sit there and get into a super heated debate about a fictional character. It's just it's not that serious for me. Um, that's all. Um, like Kyrie's, well, people in the chat, exactly. It's just fun. It's not that serious. Just that I don't know. It would be cool to see Cindy Nicholas in person. I'll agree. Yes, just for fun. And just me. Listen, if I ever met Nicholas Chavez, we would chop it up. We would laugh. We would laugh, especially at some of the stuff that I've said. Um, Atara's in the chat. Was good, Atara. Darby says, I will get a PS5 later this year. Tekken 8. Mortal Kombat 1 comes out, but right now I'm just preparing to getting used controllers and stuff for the PS5. Yeah. Jess says, I would even get an autograph. Yes. Jess, I would get a picture. I would get a picture. Well, Nick says, I can like the actor or actress, but may not always like the character to play. They play or like the current storyline. Separate the actors from the roles when they play. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it did come on Prime this week. Well, I never actually really got into the other one, so but you know what? I'm gonna keep it PC tonight. somewhat PC tonight because Saturday. I'm not even gonna sit there and say about Saturday. If you weren't there Saturday, then yeah. Lakar says, "LOL. I hope Chase has some evidence to help Ned. Let's see how well this mission to protect Sunny will go." Gloria's in the chat. What's good, Gloria? And why is this? Kyrie says, exactly, it costs money to attend these events. I'm not spending my hard-earned money on characters that I don't like. Just like I wouldn't order a pay for a movie if I don't want to watch. Yeah. Now, Atari says, okay, says, okay, I can read your. Yeah, you. Yeah, you know damn well what I'm talking about, Darby. Too. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Atari says, I celebrate my mom and my best friend's birthday today by going to see the Sherry show live. Oh, okay. Happy birthday to your mom and your friend, your best friend. Yeah, Darby, you know exactly what I was. Why is this? Nah, Kerry says there was nothing wrong on site when I was there. Well, it that's I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Just said I think for that they had panels with different days. Janet says host sex through thoughts are hot. Well, Janet, listen. Just to put it mildly, that chick was riding that man's joystick like um she was riding a wild bull. I, I had so many thoughts in my head. I didn't even know. I kept sitting there thinking in my head. You know that genuine song, Pony or something like that. That's what I kept sitting there thinking about every time she has that scene. Monique says, "Mom's birthday is today. We're going to celebrate Thursday." Well, tell your mom, Monique, tell your mom happy birthday. Tell her happy birthday. Akira says, wait, there was a Jade. Oh, yeah, Tara, and apparently there was a lot of drama. Or not really. Um, just as I think even Eden made a comment that she's not her character because, well, yeah. Yeah, they get nuts. Joyce said, she is beautiful people. Have a good night, Joyce. Thank you for joining. I thought it said GH. Why is this taking so long? Yeah, I kept sitting there thinking about that song. You know what song I'm talking about. Just I didn't think Tabi gets as much hate as. Yeah, just she does. She does. I actually tell you, no, just I'm gonna take that back. She actually gets even worse hate. I would sit there and say, to be fair, Tabiana gets even worse hate than Joss, than Eden. I mean, both is bad, but like hers is so much worse. Um, Kerry says, "What did I miss again?" Now, Kerry says, "What did I miss again?" You was cool on Sunday. When what did I miss on Saturday? I did leave. Oh no. Kyrie, there was things that you said that you know, might make some you just said some stuff. You just had some energy. You had some energy. You said some stuff, Kyrie. So I'm trying not to sit there and sell you down the river. I'm just saying you said some stuff. Monique says gotta go. Game is on Denver. Have a good night, Monique. Thank you for joining. It is always a pleasure to see you in the chat. Just that that's my whole point. Kerry said, see, I got issues with both Jocelyn and Trina, but I never was yeah, no. I wouldn't sit there and insult Nicholas Chavez. Um, I don't like his character, but I wouldn't insult the actor. You want to? Oh yeah, yeah, I did. I actually prefer wine over GH sedan. Darby says all this potential cruelty cut short just when that guy was starting to get a continuous stream of Marvel money. What I would say to that guy is to leave those girls alone. Criminal says Liam is looking at Thomas funny, but Wyatt tapping. Hmm. Victoria says, "Oh, these writers need to go on a panel so we can ask them about the stuff." Yeah, that is very, very true. Lashanta says, "Albert, where's Melanie?" She's still going. She's still going. I don't know. Maybe one day she'll come back. Maybe one day she'll come back. Again, Lashanta, I always sit there and say, like, I miss having her in the chat. You know, it got to a point where it started to get a little excessive. Like her getting mad about people and their preferences, and it got a little bit too much. Got a little bit too much. Victoria says the writers have these actors getting chopped up by the writers' craziness. Yeah. CW says, what is Liam going to address the elephant in the room? He's given Liam his 2 cents about the relationship, but where's Flo at? And Darby says, did you hear that Nimmer guy is getting that kind of for what? What did the Nimmer guy do? Alyssa, what happened? She got upset with somebody else in the chat that does reviews. Um, Apparently they liked Thomas on Bold and the Beautiful, and she didn't like the fact that he changed his mind. It sounds weird, even just coming out of my mouth, but because this person decided that they like Thomas now, she felt betrayed, and she was going off on him in the chat for like a good 20 minutes. And then she decided to leave and said she wasn't coming back. So it wasn't the first time it happened. It was just, well, this time it wasn't about me. So I thought it says, did you know that Josh and Dex are dating in real life? No, no, no. They're not dating in real life, Atara. Um, she's dating some soccer player, right? Debbie says same kind of bad news that the other guy got. Oh, you mean the dude that played Kang or Kang? Jonathan Meyer? You talking about Jonathan Meyer? So you isn't it saying that Jonathan Meyer and that guy have the same issue? Yeah, Alyssa, it sucks. It sucks. Oh, she does come back though. Oh, damn, damn, that sucks. Lashanta says, "Is Sally pregnant?" You mean like in real life or on the show? Because I know the other chick is Melissa Claire. I know she's pregnant in real life. Melissa, there were moments we would butt heads with certain characters, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop joining the chat. Yeah. I mean, well, I put what? Oh, That's kind of interesting in all the shot. Then maybe they wrote it into the story because that character is pregnant. Um, but yeah, no, it's. I mean, Alyssa. Here's the thing: you butt has with me about certain characters, um, and I'm very thankful that you don't take what I say too seriously, or it doesn't stop you from coming to the chat. Because I do enjoy having you in the chat, Alyssa. I do. Um, but I got a reckless mouth, and I'm gonna sit there and talk about every single character. Doesn't mean that me and you ain't cool, but I'm gonna sit there and be talking about characters, and you know, I feel like I should. I don't want to get to a point where when I actually have to give a disclaimer, but the point is you still come through. So I appreciate that. Why is this taking so long? Why is this taking so? Okay, Carrie says I still want to know what's you're referring to about say whatever I said. I'll probably stand by it. I reviewed it back. Didn't see. Carrie, do you want me to actually say it? You want me to actually say it because that person's here. So do you actually want me to say it? Because I kind of wanted to say it, but I was like, I didn't want to sit there and be like, oh, I just kind of threw you under the bus. But if you want me to say it, just sit there and say it. Um, Terry says, leave those girls alone. Tell those girls to leave our men of color alone. Mm. And that says, I enjoy everyone's views. I do too. I do too. Oh, Carrie, you were talking about Trina and Joss, particularly about Trina and the Esme baby thing. Remember? And I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea if you say that if you know who is here, and you were just like, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down with that. I was like, all right, bro, just that they're trying to protect you. That conversation sound familiar? I like that, Gemini. I like that. But, I had to sit there and protect my guy, Kyrie's. Atara says, I wonder why Chance and Sharon didn't think to escort Faye to the airport themselves with the officer. I, see, that's the part. See, this is the part where they start to. It's still good, but they definitely did lose some points with that. I guess they didn't want to sit there and like spend the money or something. And that says it's okay. It's only going to make the storyline we all love and hate for hours. One for only 30 minutes. Let me take my drink first. Hold on. Carrie says, "Yep, that she needs to mind her damn business. She ain't even got her some stick yet. Now, how she gonna be a virgin stepmom? She needs to stay in her lane." He also says, "I stand by it 10 toes down." I'm sorry, I really enjoy reading that. I think I took a little bit too much pleasure actually reading that, but just knowing how Kyrie's is, I gotta enjoy the little moments. So my dude actually said he was gonna get a shirt. He actually said he was gonna get a shirt, and I was like, bro, get me one too. Uh, the scientist said, on the fan page, if you disagree, they will block you. What? What? Oh hell no! I may actually sit there and read that again. Uh, Atara says, Summer really think that paying off her cook. Well, yeah, it just I'm like, yo, she sounded just as dumb and delusional as her mom. Gemini says Kyrie is not the virgin stepmom. Yes, the virgin stepmom. I want to read that again. Hmm. Kyrie says, yeah. that she needs to mind her damn business. She ain't even got her stick yet. How's she gonna be a virgin stepmom? She needs to stay in her lane. I do stand by it 10 toes down. I got my throw for the night. Thank you, Kyrie. Otro says I can see the writers doing that with Trina though. Kyrie make space in that boat. Let me jump on that idea. I'll say this much. They're too young. Spencer's too young. Um, Trina's too young to be an insta mom. You know, they got too much life to sit down with. So I'll say that much. I just, since we're getting into it, since we're getting into it, you know, my thing with Spencer and Trina is that I don't want them to be another Sarah and Xander from Days of Our Lives. That's what I don't want it to be. Because Sarah never really loved Xander. She always wants to sit there and change him. And he always wants to sit there and change for her. But he didn't want to sit there and change because he thought it was a good idea. And because of that, it never really stuck. Now, although Trina and Spencer are young, and they do have time to course correct, you know, if Spencer doesn't make the changes that he wants to make for himself, it's just not going to work. That's just the bottom line. Um, now, my favorite troublemaker is saying seems like they're heading there. Yeah, that is very true. And that says Spencer don't need no baby. Why would a young, beautiful Trina want to be tied down? And Andrea says yes. Yes, what? Carrie says I don't like when someone plots to keep a mother from their child. Didn't like it when Carly tried to do it to Ava. Thank you, Kyrie. And you know what? And you know, I will sit there and say I will 100% agree with you with that. As much as I like Carly, I did not like what Carly was doing to Ava. Just as she's going to keep trying to change him. Yeah, and you can't do that. You have to sit there and change. Hell, even had Daddy when he had that conversation with Spencer, which I actually liked that conversation. He was like, change because you want to change, not because you want to change for her. Darby says, I had a blast Friday buying memberships and helping people accept those memberships, and for that, I want to thank you. Darby, no, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. Listen, we are so close to 51. I was going to sit there and say 50. Um, I was like, let's try to get to 51 because I feel like we can do it. We have up until the end of the month. And, you know, Darby, he believes in the membership so much that he was willing to sit there and, you know, gift a lot of other people. Jess has been there a couple of times. Well, I think twice now. She has a good time. Um, so yeah, definitely join. And Saturday, actually, we had a really good conversation. We had a really good conversation. Alyssa said Trina isn't trying to change Spencer. Alyssa, why has okay? Antaria says they better leave Steffi with Finn and leave Liam by himself for a bit. I don't want to see another Steffi. Yeah, I wasn't there around for that first merge around, which I'm somewhat kind of happy about. Gemini says I can say the same thing for Nina because she falls in love with Mike, not Sunny. When she got a small taste of Sunny world, she was ready to run. Yeah, I was not a fan of that. And when what you call it, Carly was trying to give her the skinny, as they used to say. Alyssa trying. Oh, Trina is giving Spencer choices up to Spencer to change, not for Trina, so she isn't changing her. Alyssa, I'm not too hot in space on Twitter. Have a good night. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. About to hop into space. Just says she reprimes him constantly when he acts out. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Uh, Curry said, yeah, Trina tried to enable Spencer's plan to get Ace because she's still mad at Esme, but it's not none of her damn business who gets Ace. Her fixing her mouth to say, I don't want Esme raising. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was not a huge fan of that either. Was out of line. Now Darby says Becky D and the main man Kyrie's. Yeah, no, definitely. Kyrie's and Becky D was yes, NCW, thank you. They were definitely helping. We're gonna get to that goal. We are going to get to that goal. We're gonna have a hell of a time during these members live streams. So if you didn't join yet, like I said, that Saturday conversation was actually really good. We the conversation definitely here we go now. Becky D, you're just awesome. You're just awesome. You're like a genie. We were just sitting there talking about you, and then here you are. NCW as well. Why is it? Now, Jimmy says the only reason Nina is with Sonny at this point is to stick it to Carly because she's scared AF of his world. Yeah. Annette said, good evening, bad weather here. Have a good night, Annette. Stay safe. For real. Stay safe out there. Double C's, I think Steffi is about sick of Finn and wants Liam. Ah, hell no. Well, here's the thing. I was just gonna say this much. Double C. I saw how she was looking today, and she was looking kind of bad. She had her hair actually done right. It looked actually pretty good. She had everything else that was going on. I mean, when I sit there and say she was looking right, she was looking right. Oh yeah, no, just yeah, I finished watching you. I knew I forgot to talk about something else on side. Yeah, I finished watching it. Um, I liked it. I just didn't like the DID angle. Oh, Grams is a member. Grams is a member. We got 48 right now. Carrie says she didn't plan to get pregnant with Avery. Sonny sought her out that day and they had that. Yeah, that was weird. Grams TV is a member. Yeah, I mean here's the thing. I liked it, but at the same time I was like, yeah, I really had to go with DID. The setting was cool. I didn't like the fact that like she was with Kate, he was with Kate, but I'm just like you couldn't make it work with love, and that chick literally killed for you, but you're just like, wait, what? Darby says, is Trina his girlfriend or his mother? I always thought Laura was a little out of pocket with him and Spencer. Where was all that aggression mothering when dealing with her own children? Ooh, that's a damn good question. Just what do you think of him getting away with it again? I felt like it was I felt like the fact that it's like he used Kate to do like a get out of free jail card, you know. It's like, oh, let's just use Kate, her money to sit there and get out of this situation. And that's literally what he wound up doing, and it was kind of lazy to some extent, to be honest. I love the show, so I can give it a bit of a pass, but it's weird. I can give that part a bit of a pass because, well, her dad was literally the devil, but I also felt like this weird version of Gossip Girl. Like just except for the rich characters were just so unlikable. Except for the girl that kind of turned her life around towards the end. It was kind of weird. Hmm. Oh wow, that was good. Darby says Becky, yeah, no, Becky D is a rock star. I love Becky. I love Becky. Of course, I love everyone here in this chat as well. Gemini says I'm leaving early tomorrow. Have a good night, Gemini. Thank you for joining. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. What? Okay, so you're just gonna skip my whole. No, we ain't doing that. Jesse says Kate was the worst part of the season. I liked him and Reese though. Him killing the student was brutal. Well, he didn't just kill the student. He killed the student and then he framed the other chick. He killed the student and then framed the other chick like Morel, which actually really did. It's gonna be weird. And then he brung. I'm not gonna lie. When he brung back the first chick, whatever her name was, I was like, okay, we doing this. Terry says yeah because Sonny told her prior to him being shot that. Hmm. But have a good night, Gemini. Ariana says I love you, and this season had been my favorite. I love that he gets away with murder. Yeah, I do too. It's just how he got away with it. Um that was my issue to some extent. I can give it a pass because I love you. Um, but it just seems so. And then it's just the DID part, like really, because then you could just sit there and look at everything that he did back then and be like, okay, so was this a DID moment? Was that a DID moment? Which wasn't a DID moment? I feel like that's why we. Well, just I don't feel. I feel like the only way, like I would want him to die, which I would want his character to die. I gotta sit there and say that for you too. I wanted his character to die because I feel like that. I feel like that's the best way to go out like a G. That's the best way for him to go out like a G. Hey, Andrea. Just all reality. I still think about what you call it sometimes. What's the dude? What was the dude's name? Auto 20. Auto 20. Um, his morally gray characters. Because literally, that's what Joe is. He is a morally gray character. WC says, I remember when Sonny was in a wheelchair at Julia and Alexa's wedding, and Franco said to the guy, I don't care if you kill Sonny, he's a horrible human being and deserves. Damn. Well, damn. I'm glad you're doing good, Becky D. It's always a joy and a pleasure to have you in the chat. Ariana says he gets into these situations and serves. Yeah, just as Ojo is a villain. You really think he's a villain, or do you think that he's just a morally great character? Because there was people that he didn't actually kill. Um, Whatever that dude was that played the penguin on I think season 3 with Love. Um, he was sitting there sending money to that one chick. in LA. It's the real Sheree. The real Sheree is in the chat. Do you have? We have 48. We have 48. Let's everyone say what's up to the real Sheree. Ariana says close to the book they get. Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's actually a book. Why is this taking so long? Or you just says Albert. He's a serial killer. I feel like he's a morally great character. I do. I feel like he's a morally great character. I'll be interested to see how close to the book. Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's actually a book though. Oh, Graham Steve, we were talking about a show on Netflix called You. It's actually really good if you haven't watched it. Of course, Miss Troublemaker Smith is saying that he is a serial killer, and I'm like, I feel like the dude's kind of straddling the line, which sounds really sexual when I say it like that. Just says him and Love could have been catching bodies together, but no, he chose. Well, yeah, you know what, Jess? I was sitting there and say this. At least Kate had an accent. Kate had an accent, so I'll say that much. I mean, yes, I still do love more than I love Kate, but at least Kate had an accent. So I'll give her that. She was a little bit too cynical though. Like I thought, I'm not gonna lie, she did start to get kind of annoying after a while. But at least she had that damn accent. Darby says, is being people with murky sense of right or wrong the balance that connects Sunny, the bond that connects Sunny with people like Anna, Valentine, or Robert or Ava. Is being people with murky sense of right and wrong the bond. Hmm. Oh, Grams, you listen. Let me tell you something, Grams. Watch the first season. If you actually like the first season, we'll sit there and chop it up in the chat because I would definitely love to hear your thoughts. Because I'm not gonna lie, I watched that movie. I watched that show. The first season, I was like, "The hell am I watching?" Like, the whole time, I was just like, the first season, I was like, "What am I watching?" I was like, "I don't know what it is, but I generally love the show." Latasha said, When's Abe coming home?" You know, I'll tell you this one. I feel like it's gonna be in a reasonable time. Um, because they don't pull GHs. Um, Arena says, "Oh, the first season, how he got away, it was priceless." Oh yeah. All the seasons, I felt like how he got away was priceless. It was just the last season that was just like, oh, she has money and she has PR people. So let's find a way to wash this away. And it was like he was so creative of getting away with this stuff early on. And granted, he was still creative, but like now it's just like, well, how are we gonna wrap this scene up? Oh, this chick got money, right? Yeah, we'll just make it to go with money and stuff. Like, you know what? I love the show, so I'm gonna give it a bit of slack. Just as the first season, he was so sloppy. I don't know how he he didn't get caught. Really? Might be right. I don't know. I'm gonna trust your opinion on that because it's been a hot minute since I actually watched the first season. Um, I just remember that first season just being wild and just being like, "What am I watching?" Like dead serious. What am I watching? I think the last thing there was only two other times I ever felt like that. No Pain and Gain and Don Juan. And Don Juan to this day is still probably one of my favorite movies. Becky D says, I don't know, maybe they have to kill him if he tells. Tamara's in the good is in the chat. What's good, Tamara? Oh, have a good night, Tamara. Thank you for joining. It was really great to see you. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. We're gonna sit there and chop it up tomorrow. We're gonna chop it up tomorrow. Oh no, StreamYard. Take as long as you want to sit there and highlight this comment. I'll wait since I don't have a goddamn choice. Gary says, I said Austin is the boss, but like an undercover boss. Ooh, you know what? Jess, I actually have a question for you. Why is this taking so long? I feel like by the time I ask the question, it's already going to be like, okay. So, Jess, what did you thought about Joss's scene today with Dax? Her mouthing off to Carly. What did you thought about it? I thought it says I feel like Ava might talk to Nina about helping her, maybe do a quick recall. That'll be interesting. Yeah, that's right. Darby is definitely going to be Hell Day tomorrow. But what's going to get me through it though? The chance to actually see y'all. That's what's going to sit there and get me through it. Ugh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't feel like drinking it tonight, and I have a new one tomorrow. I don't know. I thought it says right. Austin is definitely more than we think. He might be a boss. I just I feel like it'll be kind of lame, to be honest. Um. Oh, Cherie, darling, I love it. Double C says Eric Lois says Superman Lois has been nude. That's good. Double C, you're awesome. You're awesome. I literally binge watched the last three episodes to catch up to where we are now. It was so good. It was so good. It also made here's the thing, Double C. It was so good. They could have made Supergirl like that. They chose not to. That really pisses me off. But that being said, it was really good. It's also cool that you know who Eric Reload is, because I know who Eric Reload is. I used to I still watch his stuff from time to time. But oh, Double C. Now, actually, I got a question for you. How do you think that his content is going to? How do you think he's going to sit there and do his content moving forward? Now that all the Arrowverse shows are done. Ariana says Josh needs a back end. Yeah, I was just like, yo, listen, I can't believe. Oh, Ariana, that's the first place I go. I'm gonna be making a beeline there tomorrow. So he says that's funny. Albie means work in German. I guess so. I know it's hell day. I know that much. And Starbucks gonna go going for me like there's no tomorrow. Um, Carrie said Josh was actually annoying like usual. I feel Josh just needs one good beat down, then get cursed out a few times. Her biggest problem is they treat her with kick gloves. Kyrie, I actually thought I was actually one of the very few people that used that line. See, Kyrie, it's things like that when you say it's just like this is the reason why we're friends. This is the reason why we're friends. Have a good night, Cherie. Let's everyone say good night to the real Cherie J. I mean the real Cherie R. Let's everyone say good night to the real Cherie R. Darby says, remember when Anna was commissioner 20 years ago? Her police captain burnt was an undercover crime boss named Mr. Big. What? Perry says she needs to get a check. If anyone else was, yo, give Carly that type of attitude, Carly would have been screaming at the top of her lungs. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, she really does get treated with kid gloves, though. Darby says, I think Josh needs to get her ass kicked by Ava. Mm. Darby, Darby says, I was thinking the same thing, especially when there won't be no more DC movies in 2024. Joker 2 movie that said, oh, yeah, because I thought about that for a hot minute, Double C. Like when the Flash was ending, I was like, well, I know he's doing something called a daily rap, and he's gonna be snitty talking about like entertaining stuff. But I, that's the problem, Double C, to some extent, right? Because back then he had so much different. Well, I guess he could go to the Marvel stuff, but it's not as consistent as DC. He had more options to go through. It just makes me sit there and think like did like when he started his channel he was mostly doing DC stuff. Now it's like that stuff is done. It's actually really crazy, Double C. It's him and like three other people that also do just DC content. And now that there's no more DC content, it's like, ooh, don't get me wrong. I love my guy Eric Reload. I'm looking at his channel and I'm like, what are you gonna do now? So I'm very curious to sit there and see where his channel is gonna go. He's gonna have to. He's not gonna have a choice. I'll tell you this much, Double Sam. Some people name their channels like Soap Channel or Soap This or Soap Talk or whatever, and I never did it because it gives me the freedom to talk about other things. Aquarius says, "Do you think Dex will find out about Ava since he has to protect Sonny from Pikeman?" Oh, he's definitely he's sharp. He's definitely going to figure it out at some point. But yeah, no, Double C, I'm very curious about where his channel is going to be going. Andrea says, "I got Brad and Steve's autographs. Nice." Perry says, "Ava has no reason to go after Jocelyn. The people that needs to put Jocelyn on blast is Christina, or Carly, or even Nina, or even Dr. O, or Sunny herself." Oh, Kyrie, I'll sit there and say this much. As much as I don't like Nina, I feel like um, Nina has been a little bit too nice to Joss, and she shouldn't be sitting there treating her with so much kid gloves. Because Joss is very reckless with her mouth, and I am waiting for the day that she does actually get put in her place. To be honest, she's not as annoying as Spencer to me to some extent, but even today she was annoying. But it's something about Spencer that just is just over the damn top. Atari says, I feel like if Jax came back, he would be able to help Jocelyn. They always had a special relationship. I feel like it may be the exact opposite, Atara. I feel like maybe if Jax came back, he might actually enable um Jocelyn's her feelings, her emotions, and just how she's going about this whole thing. Brother says, I see they put out the tribute. Yeah, but they're gonna do something a lot more later on, Valerie. They're gonna do something a lot more. Um, so before I do go, We're at 48. So if you want to join, hit the join button. Become a member. We have a lot of fun. On Friday, we actually had like towards the end of Friday, it was actually pretty much all members. So definitely join. I want to sit there and try to get up to 51. That is the goal, and I know we can do it. Um, and also, if you so inclined and you choose, share the video. That definitely does get the word out. We are the number one soap opera live stream, and no offense to the other ones, but we just we take it to a different level. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna sit there in the live stream right here. Though. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Though we're gonna be sitting there cooking tomorrow, so grab some drinks, snacks, whatever you need to get. We're gonna be going in. Darby says, I had a wild thought now. When Sonny was gone, they made plans for the future for Carly to take over for Sonny's when B was gone. Hmm. Ariana says, I think it's funny that when Sonny was talking to her and Dex about being together, Josh looked scared. Yeah, exactly. I didn't understand that. But now it's like it's back to her um being all mouthy and everything. Kurt says I would honestly be extremely entertained if Nina went off on Josh. Debbie says we are number one. Yes, we are number one. That's just how it is. Again, no offense to the other soap chats, y'all out there doing your thing, but we just have we have a different energy. That's the bottom line. We have a different energy. Harry says, I can Nina say you are selfish, self righteous bitch, just like your mother. Oh, I would love that. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Jesse Jess. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, CW. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Blackmon. Gramsci said, "We are family." Yes, we are. We do it. We do it better. We do it a lot different. We have a different energy, and we have a hell of a good time doing it. So we are number one for a reason. Just saying. Have a good night, Grams TV. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Darby. Now Tara says her crying scene were. Yeah, it was. 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 Darby says no harm without others. Just I'm just saying, it's people like you that definitely do make these live streams so good. Um, Ariana says, "Can I ever get some drinks or X, whatever you need?" Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get into it. Yes, Ariana, and I hope you will be there. We're gonna be cooking, and I'm definitely gonna sit there and need you to be in the chat. Have a good night, CW. Have a good night, Grams. Have a good night, Atara. Have a good night, Becky D. Wait, what? Double C says now that Gotham Knight has been canceled, Superman Lois is solo. Wait, Gotham Knights has been canceled? I'm not even gonna laugh at that. I mean, granted, I don't want to laugh at any show being canceled. I just like Darby says they blow. I mean, listen, they got their strengths. They just don't have y'all. They don't have y'all as the audience to make their streams as good as these streams. I'll say that. Have a good night, Atara. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Double C. Have a good night, Kyrie's my friend. Harry says good night, Atara. Good night, CW. Good night, Becky D. Good night, Double C. Good night, Jess. Good night, Valerie. And good night, everyone. Yes. Good night, Kyrie's. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, my friend. They just they don't do it as good as us. They don't do it. And yes, bring back Stargirl, which is it's funny, Dari, because when I do get HBO Max, that is something I'm gonna finish watching. Um, Stargirl was actually really good. Dari says after Robert, be on that grade. Damn, Darby, you're amazing. If I've not told you that enough, I am so lucky to have you. No, it's literally everyone here that make these streams so fun. And we will continue to be the number one live stream. That's just how it is. Every night, 7 days a week. All right, good night, everyone. Stay safe. I look forward to talking to each one of y'all tomorrow. So grab some drinks, grab some snacks, sit back, enjoy the show. We're gonna be sitting there cooking. So yeah, that's just how we do. Laters.